Hi, Mary.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. So basically what you have is, so you've got 3 sets of muscles in the uterus that work for contraction. This is the whole trick of hypnobirthing, giving birth and everything else. The more relaxed you are, the better, okay? So you have 3 sets of muscles. You have long ones that go up and down. And this is where people talk about the wave motion when they have a contraction. Because they pull up, they gather up here and they go back down. They come up and they gather. This is what people talk about and you rock with it, okay? And what these do, these are opening the round ones that go the whole way down to the cervix, which is closed. And the cervix has to open to 10. Okay, yeah, so you have it's a long way to open, okay? So that's what they do. And then in the middle you have all the squiggly ones, okay? And what the squiggly ones do is bring blood and oxygen into the area. Okay. If your labour starts to get painful, if you start to fight it, and people who fight it would suck in their tummy and hold on to things and you do that, okay? You'll see the faces in hospital when they're doing it.
Like on one born every minute.
Yeah, I don't want to. You watch that, okay? Not that much. Watch the nice ones. Yeah, what they're doing is fighting their labour. And the more you fight it, the more painful it gets. It's like going for a run without warming up the muscles. The muscles have no blood and oxygen in them. And as a midwife said to me, if you lift up the woman's top, you see the tummy is completely white. The face is red, there are burst blood vessels in the cheeks and the eyes, the shoulders are tense, and that's where all the energy is going. You're in a fight or flight mode. And what you need to do is come back to it, okay? And what you do is to come back to it is you put your fingertips on your tummy, around where your belly button is, and when you inhale, you push your tummy out, you breathe out. Very good. Now what you want to see, what I want to see is your fingertips coming apart naturally. So watch, if you watch me, you go, and the bigger you get, the more you'll see this. So you go. I do remember this is my 5th, just a lot of stretching gone on at exhale. And what that does is it's working very good. Yeah. So what happens with most, you're actually not bad at all. What happens to a lot of women that come in is they suck in the tummy, lift up the chest and the shoulders. So you're trying to separate the 3 breaths. So if you're practicing in the morning or whatever, I want you to look in the mirror and just try and keep your middle breath, which is from your rib cage, which opens out. Keep that still. So you're just going. So you're separating the 3 breaths.
Are you breathing in through your nose?
Yes, basically if you can. A lot of pregnant women are very stuffed, okay, with noses and that. So it doesn't matter if nose or breath. The nose is just a more powerful breath. It's more directed breath. Okay. It's a long in breath, long out. So you go like this. And exhale. And that's one contraction done. And that's grand. You can talk then again. Make sure everything's gone. Get your bag. We'll bring you in the hospital. You start getting organised. As they get towards the end, it'll take you 2 or 3 of those breaths at the very, very end. But it still gives you a bit of control because there's 2 or 3 breaths you're dealing with. So it's not just some pain that you can't control and don't know how long it's going to last. Now, the closer your contractions are, the more the cervix is opening. Some people will start off their labour very slowly, so the contractions build up. But I have friends who went into labour like that. Literally, contractions started and they started 3 minutes apart. Wow. That means your cervix is opening very fast. You're going to birth fast. Okay? So, yeah, that's what it means. Remember what a contraction is. That's what the contraction is. Because some people don't link what the contraction is to what's actually happening physically to them. So it's a pain that they have to deal with for baby to come out. But what the pain is these muscles pulling up to open the cervix so baby can come out. So the closer they are, the faster they are, the more you're opening. Breathe into it. Yeah, if you need a bath is fantastic. Fantastic. Because it obviously holds the weight up, and the warm water, anything warm here that brings blood and oxygen. It keeps the blood there. I said hot water bottle. In the labour rooms they have a shower, what they'll recommend you if you know people who struggle a lot, to go in and have a shower and just put the nozzle there, put the water there so that it heats up the area, it takes away pain. But basically just when you're standing there waiting for dinner, go. And you feel babies start moving mad. They love the room inside. It gives them an extra 2-3 inches to play with in there, like, you know. So that's how the uterus works, okay? That's the fear factor. Other fear factors come in if you get afraid is people telling you horror stories. As I said, people nearly compete to tell you who had the worst labour, how many stitches and how much the blood loss was like. So what you're trying to do is avoid those. Now, if you can't avoid them, what I have found is you track back to what went wrong, what started to go wrong. You find most of them are induced.